to ask you a question that I want you to think about. Simply, who are you? Who are you? All right, I want you to think about that. If someone asked you, who are you? What would you say? If someone said, who do you think you are? Well, what I want you to look at in your notebook, there's a section in there after week number 1, at the end of week number 1, there's an exercise in there called, Who Am I? In the Who Am I, there's what I call the normal progression. This normal progression is your past life, your present life, and your expected future life. When we look at who am I, what we're looking at is who are you based on where you've been in life? Who are you based on what you experience in life? Who are you is so important because here's a statement I want you to catch. Most of your dreams, and most dreams are not bad. The dreamer is just unhealthy. All right, so the first thing you want to think about when it comes to dreaming, being a doctor is not unhealthy. But if you're in med school and you're not healthy, the likelihood of your dream coming to pass is slim. Because the dream is healthy, you're just not healthy. And so here is the normal progression to your dream. You have a past life, right? You have a present life. You have an expected future outcomes side of your life. And so what happens in the normal progression is that the past feeds into the present. The present feeds into the future. This is a normal progression for life. Now, what happens is that most people, and many people throughout the United States and around the world, they get stuck in what we call the P2, or the past-present loop. And this past-present loop is that you go from your past, the past feeds your present with the past, and it eats up most of your present. As you see your two sheets areas here, past, it eats up most of your present, and so you end up looping back to the past. And so if you're not feeding the future with the present, then you'll loop it. So right here, where you see this past-present loop, what it's saying is that you don't expect the future. You don't have a clear future in front of you because what you're doing is you're not feeding the right thing. And so over the course of these 6 weeks, we want to make sure that you're not looping. All right? These sessions will help you not loop. If there are some loops, you'll find out what the loops are, and we'll break the loops so you can have a continual pouring into your life. All of us have some kind of, and when we look at, I think it's lesson number 4 or 5, we look at the dreamer's experience. In your experiences, you're going to see that some past things you experienced are still lingering with you today. And so we'll teach you how to get rid of those things and how to deal with those things so that your life don't look like this. If your life looks like past the present, and you've eaten up most of your life with your past, then you're going to not progress into your dream because you're going to be dealing with your past. Remember, your past is the most insatiable part of you. It wants one thing, time. Right? If you give it time, it's going to suck all your time. So you can't give it all your time. You can give it enough time, but you can't give all your time. All right? So are you clear about that? For some of you out there, this is really new to you. When it comes to the progression that you have to take in life, that you have a normal past or you have a abnormal past, this feeds your present, and it wants to control you, especially when you have some negative things in the past. It controls you, and over the next 6 weeks, we're going to teach you how to break that loop so you can now get on with dreaming, and you can dream again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this, who I am, through eternal past purpose. Now, I call that the EPP. She's a fine lady right here. I tried to find my picture of my wife. She wouldn't let me put it up here. She said, no, you got to find some picture. All right, so if you look at, when I say who am I, I'm looking at it from the eternal past purpose, meaning that there was a purpose before you were born. All right, so right here, everything you needed to be a significant and be fulfilled in your God-given purpose and opportunity was already given to you. So for example, your personality, your weaknesses, your attitude, your gifts, your talent, your mindset, your strengths, and your core values were added to you. So inside this woman and inside of you, everything was already there. Now this is before. Now this is weird because you said, how could that be? Well, God knew you before you were born, and He knew exactly what He wanted you to have to achieve what you were designed to achieve. So everything was perfect before you even got here. Does it make sense? Yes, it does. All right, we'll find out if it makes sense in a few minutes. This next person right here, I like this person right here. He's really nice person. This is called the earth past. All right? Remember we talked about the past. In the past, negative and positive experiences and negative environments and parents and peers and other external forces could have turned off your true core values, and everything else connected with them turned on core value for survival just to fit the you that you were becoming. Remember, not all your earth core values are bad. All right, so somewhere in the past, something was turned off. So if you had a traumatic experience, you could have turned off something that you had. If you had a positive experience, you could have turned off something. It's not always negative experiences that turn on and turn off things. They're just experiences. What turns on and what turns off, you don't know because you really never examined that. You just kept doing normal life. And you thought that everything is fine because you can achieve a whole lot not being the best you. Achieving something don't mean you're the best you. It just means you worked hard. All right? I achieved a whole lot as an engineer because I worked hard. And all of you in here, because you're here, I know you worked hard and you achieved a lot. So we're not looking at what you worked hard to achieve. We're looking at were some things turned off or turned on because of experiences of yesterday. So we looked at this, who am I? And this is your earth past. Remember we looked at the normal progression is past, present, and future.